You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans, I've got your weekly spoilers for April 21st through the 25th. EJ wakes up from his coma with a secret. Alex does a little bit of lying, and we get a huge update on Bo Brady. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you are not following us, please reach down, click that subscribe button. Let's dive in. Monday, April 21st, season 60, episode 171. Susan Banks is back in Salem to visit her comatose son EJ. Of course, this is Stacy Haiduk doing double duty this week as both Susan visiting her beloved Elvis, and we also have her in scenes as Kristen as well. Kate chews out Rex, and this could be about him talking to Roman about her gun and maybe even thinking that she could shoot EJ, but come on, we all know Kate could totally shoot EJ. Phillip and Belle both make a promise, and I wonder if they are gonna try and keep each other on the straight and narrow or something. You know, I hope these exes are not getting close again, although Phillip is single now that Stephanie is definitely staying with Alex. So maybe because Belle is trying to kind of fight her feelings for EJ, although while he was comatose last week, she admitted she loved him. And Xander confronts Alex and Stephanie, and he wants info from them. So at this point, because Phillip came clean after Vivian, ratted him out, Xander wants more details. And interestingly, of course, Phillip covered for Sarah. So now the big question is whether Alex and Stephanie will do the same. Tuesday, April 22nd is season 60, episode 172. And we have got EJ DiMera waking up from his coma at last. In terms of Days of Our Lives coma lengths, this one isn't too terribly bad. It's been, 2 weeks, 2.5? And I just wonder how long till he spills the beans on the shooter, because EJ knows who shot him. He looked them right in the face before he did it, but I'm not so certain he's going to say the name of the real shooter right away. There could be a lot more nuance to this reveal. Meanwhile, Johnny isn't sure how to feel. He's got mixed emotions. There's a lot of reasons this could be going on. It could be about EJ waking up, could be about his mom, Sammy, going, or it could be about something else I'm going to talk to you about in just a second. So Sophia and Tate are getting closer, and he is going to ask her to the prom. And I wonder where you get a maternity prom dress. I never thought about it before, but obviously she's going to need one. Her baby bump is pretty big. And Kat spends some time catching up with Gabby. Then we head into Wednesday, April 23rd, episode 173 of season 60. Gabby is frustrated and she is annoyed, and she tells Javi and Leo about it. She's absolutely venting, and the three of them actually go over to Horton Town Square together because of a special event there that everybody's excited about. And I'm interested to see, again, the Kat and Gabby thing, just because there's a little bit of Chad stuff there in common, because Gabby used to really like him, and it's just complicated. Also, at the big event, the carnival, Chad is going to see Kat interacting with Thomas and Charlotte, and he takes note of something. And so Wednesday is when the hospital fundraiser kicks off, and this week Kayla is going to be the one hosting the auction for sexy bachelors and bachelorettes. Stephanie's going to be bidding, and that's because Alex is up for sale. Gabby and Leo both have bidding paddles, and since Gabby has walked away from JJ, she decides to bid $10,000 on a hunk that's up for sale. And it looks like she might be in a bidding war with Stephanie to get Alex, since he's up there looking pretty uncomfortable. Xander crosses swords with Phillip, and then bizarrely at the fundraiser event, Xander pops off his top And Sarah asks if he's cold. And Xander says no, but he realizes that everybody is going to wonder why his shirt is off. I don't think anybody needs to ask questions. I just think the ladies of Salem and everybody watching Days are going to be happy that they stripped Paul Telfer half naked for a scene. They don't really need to explain it to me. We can just enjoy the muscles and the chest hair and all the yummy goodness that is Xander. Thursday, April 24th, episode 174 of the current season. Chad has a huge realization, an epiphany. He decides it's way too soon for him to think about dating, which is strange. Kat is excited at how well the carnival and the fundraiser went that they planned. And Chad is feeling the chemistry and the sparks between them, but it seems like he may shut it down. He may just say, I can't do this no matter what I'm feeling. And Maggie wants Xander to show some compassion to those who wronged him. And specifically, I believe that means Phillip, probably more so than Kate or anybody else. And of course, Maggie is selling compassion because she knows a lot more now because of her talk with Sarah this past week, and she doesn't want Sarah's marriage blowing up in her face. JJ is hoping to reconcile with Gabby, but she's really ticked off at him and they continue fighting this week. Kristen notices something is off about EJ after he wakes up. So at the carnival event is when we're going to have Alice Halsey debuting as Reckell. And that is on Thursday, April 24th, which is the first day of April sweeps. Now, we are going to see her in the carnival, but I do wonder if we are going to get a flashback of her related to EJ's shooting, because she may relate to the secret that he's keeping about who put that bullet in his chest. We're going to close out the week on Friday, April 25th. Season 60, episode 175. Paulina does some bonding with Chanel. They have a very heartfelt moment, and that could be because this week Chanel is super excited because she has great news to share with Johnny, and obviously she'll share it with her mom. It looks like Amy Choi has agreed to let Chanel and Johnny adopt Tate and Sophia's baby, but I hope that EJ waking up is not going to affect that. Johnny is having some real doubts about himself, and in light of this big adoption news, I wonder if somehow he thinks he is not fit to be a dad because of his terrible origin story with EJ and Sammy, which of course is no reflection on him as a person. He's the best of all the DiMeras. And Sean gets an update on his dad, Bo Brady, who should be waking up very soon if he's not awake already. Belle admits something to EJ, and I wonder if it's going to be the I love you bomb that she dropped. Maybe Belle thinks that she should go ahead and tell EJ in case Sammy decides to tell him. And which of course she's gone, but the phones still work, And Rafe talks to Jada, and she tells Rafe that she thinks they just need to call it quits and end things once and for all.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.